Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from MouseSteps.com.
And this is episode number 462
462
of Mouse Steps Weekly.
Sponsored by MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel. It's almost time for the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival. That starts on March 1st and runs through July 5th. Plus, if you're planning to go to Disneyland, Magic Happens starts on February 24th. And Mickey's Toontown was pushed till March 19th. So check out MEI and Mouse Fan Travel for all your Disney and Universal. Also, Nintendo, Nintendo World just opened at Universal Hollywood. Check them out. They can help you get wherever you need to go.
So now we are already here at Epcot. We're going to talk about a little preview that you did of the Epcot Flower and Garden International Flower and Garden Festival.
And that starts, I mentioned, on March 1st and will run through July 5th. So it's a big 4+ month festival again this year. And just look how beautiful the flower quilt is. Both flower quilts are in now, and plus some topiaries, and we're going to show that. This is my favorite time of year. This is my favorite festival. This is my favorite Walt Disney World anything, really, of the year.
Now, this is earlier on before any topiaries arrived. I actually shot this footage, but you went a couple days ago and were able to see some of the topiary that has already arrived. And looks like we're already in Canada. This is some footage that you shot here.
Yeah, I just was taking a little video because of how beautiful this Victoria Gardens area always is. Really all year round, but especially during the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival. And, we almost get like 5 months of the festival here.
Yeah.
Because, topiaries and the flowers start going in a number of weeks ahead. So Peter Pan and Captain Hook. Captain Hook, I think he's a little overdone.
He looks a little, I was going to say he looks a little different.
His features are a little harsh.
Peter Pan looks great, though. I mean, ever since he had that updated face, he looks fantastic.
He received that in 2020. The updated look, so the more lifelike look. And here we have TikTok Croc, who's in like a bed of blue water, bed of blue flowers that looks like water.
Yeah, very nicely themed, and he looks exactly the same as last year, and I think he looks great also. This is the same location for all of them as last year.
Mm-hmm. And the same with the Pooh characters. When I first got here in the morning, the workers were, working on the topiaries.
I love that. That was something that started a few years ago. It used to be before the pandemic. You would never see this, but I do like it. I think it adds to the effect.
But of course, World Showcase didn't used to open till like 11 a.m.
Right.
So I love that World Showcase opens with the park now. I mean, to me, it's hard to believe that it was ever any other way, even though it was forever. And so you see the Pooh characters here with, Pooh has this red balloon. And they're in the same location. They look pretty much the same. Although a few years ago, Piglet didn't have that pink look to him. And I like that they did that.
And Eeyore has a little bit of pink under his ears there. I never noticed that in previous years. And his tail has a little bit of pink flowers, too.
Piglet, I think, looks better than ever.
But you went back at the end of the day, end of your day anyway, to get this without
without the workers in it. But I like seeing the workers. And again,
that's why I wanted to keep all that in for you.
Before the pandemic, you really didn't see that happening, and I like that you do now.
Now, this is footage that I had shot a few days prior when there weren't any topiary yet. But I love this tree, and you're going to tell me what kind of tree this is because you know.
I know how to spell it. Tabebuia tree. Like I'm not sure how to. Something like that. It's like a trumpet tree, and it doesn't last for long. The pink leaves are there for like a few weeks, and then that's it. They look like the cherry blossoms.
And the spice balls here from Morocco.
And so the pandas are back, and pandas are usually about the first topiaries that come into place.
They were this year, because the day before you went, I noticed online that just the pandas had arrived.
And that's usually the case, as they're among the first. And so, I love that they added the pandas in this location a few years back. They used to be in an area where they were really crammed, but now they've got a great
best location they've ever been. This is fantastic.
They look like they're frolicking and in a great location. And Anna and Elsa, I think this is the second year they've been here. But normally they've been, I don't want to say normally, they've been in a number of different locations.
They've been where the troll we're going to see in a few minutes used to
be. For a few years.
But yeah. I love this location, except if the line for the Frozen ride becomes too long, then it's hard to really see them.
But they are elevated. So they are different this year as well, and you see like snowflakes.
Yeah, that's
near
I've
them
not seen
too.
that before.
Their outfits are different this year. It used to be their outfits were all greenery, like all living plants, and now I'm not sure what it's called. Like you see the blue, their arms and everything. That's not something that they've had before.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice. That's why we're kind of seeing this for the first time together. I think the troll has a slightly different look to his face also.
A little bit.
But he was updated long ago, a couple years ago anyway.
Well, he was updated last year from the previous year, and now he looks a little different again. This is actually a good look for him.
I'm so glad, and I'm going to show this in a second, that you captured his feet. Because when I would do this, when I would be there, I always like to show his feet because he has a very interesting, and you don't always notice that, but you did get that. So there he is. There's the troll feet in action.
They're like flat. They look like flat feet, like my feet are very flat. Like I always need arch support because I don't really have, arches.
He's in a great location, though. Really nice. I like the troll.
I hope
always
he
have.
I hope he has some arch support as well. He's going to be standing there for over 4 months.
That's right. Yeah. They really have to have them done well because they're going to be in there for a while. And we have Woody and Bo Peep.
And the sheep.
And the sheep, too. Yes.
Same location as the last few years. What surprised me is I didn't realize that they have been together for 5 years now. So when Toy Story 4 came out, which has been 5 years, which is
hard to
very
believe.
hard.
And
yes,
by the way,
I can't
Toy
believe
Story 5 is in production.
Well, is it actually in production, or did they announce that it's going to happen?
Maybe they just announced it. That's right. I saw an announcement, so maybe not quite in production. And I just want to mention this is over by the Land Pavilion, in case people don't notice where it is.
And I'm just saying, like 5 years ago, it's hard to believe. It has been that long since they were together. Woody has been with like Buzz at the very beginning, like 2011 or 12. I don't have it in front of me, but maybe it was 2012. And also this butterfly, I think it's like succulents it's made of.
Yeah, this is totally different than we've seen in the past. I'm glad you did a great job of showing this up close. And there's that tree.
It's beautiful.
The style tree that we like so much, that I like so much.
I think that the butterfly looks better than ever, and it sort of reminds me of when they've had I don't want to say the bromeliads, but kind of like that with the bromeliad dragon and all that.
All I know is I can't wait to get back to Epcot. I think you're going to be going tomorrow while I'm at the Daytona 500, but I'll be going with you on Tuesday, so I can't wait to see that. Now we're at Disney's Animal Kingdom. This is something that we did early last week. It was time to use my birthday money, even though my birthday was January 8th. I still had the what is it called, the Landry's Select. Landry's Select. So so it was good to finally get to use that one day before it was going to expire.
Well, we've had the Landry's card for like 10 years, and we get $25 off a meal each.
Best purchase ever.
Yes, we each have the card. So we haven't. When was the last time we were here?
Your birthday.
My birthday. So this is probably the restaurant we show the most because we come.
But
here.
we didn't show when we went for your birthday because it was sort of an afterthought. Your actual birthday you spent on the Disney Wish.
Right.
So we sort of like this. We did it well after your birthday.
And there are new items. So we're just showing that some of the new items. I was thinking about the Thai basil chicken until they said it's super hot.
Yeah, the server said it's the hottest dish on the menu, and I was intrigued at that point. But I had already been looking forward to the teriyaki chicken. That's one of my favorite items. But next time we go, maybe for your birthday, I will try that so you can have a taste of it and see if you like it. I know I'll still eat it if it's really spicy.
I got the Italian margherita. I'm just going to say that right now. I thought
Not very strong.
It's not strong at all, and it was good, not strong. Which was fine. It's not like I needed
They have had added to the menu. The hibachi steak and shrimp is new. Some other additions to the menu. But I always like the teriyaki chicken. They do such a great teriyaki chicken there. And you always get the chicken tikka masala.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it. And so the prices of the appetizers and especially the sides, like if you want a side salad, have gone up a lot. Mm-hmm. So we don't get those anymore. It used to be like $2.99 side salad. Now it's like $5.99 or something a side salad. Like it went up a lot. But you have
I got
a beer
the large,
here?
the Safari Amber Lager. It was again, this is one of my things that I like to get, a nice draft, nice cold, big, and it lasts me for the whole meal. I think it was around $10, something like that. So it wasn't too expensive for what it is.
Right. I mean, and then I had the Italian margarita. We had also gotten Landry's gift cards on Costco.com. And so we ended up getting a really a good deal all around.
Yeah, we got a great deal because I get 25% for my birthday.
$25.
25, sorry, yes, $25, and you also would get $25 on your birthday. Here we are. We started off with the egg rolls. Quite expensive. I think they're about $12 for 3 egg rolls.
And that's what
$4 an egg roll.
Right. That's what the one thing is, like, I think the entrees are reasonable, are not too badly priced. But the
appetizers are high. The thing is,
high.
They're so good, though. I love these egg rolls, but they are not. They're not cheap egg rolls.
And you, for an entree, you ended up getting the teriyaki chicken.
Right. I had been looking forward to it. It's so good. I didn't even finish all of it. We ended up bringing back some, and I think you cut it up and we put it in a salad the next day. So it worked out really nice.
I used to, when I worked at the Kapok Tree like 40 years ago, and I loved it. Like every day I would get that I worked, I'd get the teriyaki chicken for like $2. I'd get like the teriyaki chicken, because they let us eat pretty cheap.
And the veggies and rice that go with it, everything is good. So it's a favorite of mine.
And I ended up with the chicken tikka masala, and
you had said and you can see from this is the original portion you received, not a lot of chicken in it, and it seemed a bit watery.
It was really watery, and the chicken was not nearly as much. I mean, for the price, for $27, there wasn't much there. And I mentioned it to the manager when she came by. And then she said, we can bring you more chicken. I said, it's okay.
Yeah, you're like, no more chicken.
And you know what? They ended up bringing me more chicken. So I really appreciated that.
It was my birthday, and you captured the blowing out of the candle.
It's your birthday.
It looks a little weird.
Like 6 weeks after. And then we ended up with the pineapple upside down cake. We ended up deciding to do dessert. Now, this was like $14. It's not worth $14, I don't think, but it was really good.
What you can't tell is the ice cream, of course, is delicious cold ice cream, but this on the bottom, it's hot. Mm-hmm. So it's really delicious. As you said, I don't know if it's worth $14, but it was good, and it was nice that we had the birthday cupcake. We walked out of there full and with a whole nother meal because of all that extra chicken they brought you.
Right, and I had rice at home and everything. It was I really enjoy Yak and Yeti. Usually on this day it was sort of like,
even though there were some troubles, they made it right though, and we didn't ask. Really we didn't complain. They asked us.
Right.
We would have just
we pretty
got what we were given. Yeah. But I think I got to give them credit for that. They always come around and ask you, is everything okay? And if it isn't,
well, we have the Landry's card, and that makes a difference too. So we really recommend the Landry's card if you're going to go to a Landry's restaurant every year.
And we saw Kevin here while we were walking around Disney's Animal Kingdom. So glad Kevin walks around and makes appearances. She is awesome, one of the best character interactions you can get at Walt Disney World. And
she's very popular, and I love this location with the Tree of Life in the background.
Beautiful, perfect. Yes. And we took some pictures of each of us with Kevin. And also while we were walking around the park, we saw one of the flotillas, and you'll see in a minute, it's Mickey and Minnie in their safari outfits.
And we don't go into Animal Kingdom nearly as much as we probably should be. Like yesterday, we're looking at the magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom on Disney Plus, and it's like, why aren't we here more often? Like, I used to go every week when it first opened because I loved it so much. But we need to spend a little more time here.
But yeah, it's a great park, and I agree. We did get to see what was that one creature that
Komodo dragon.
The Komodo dragon. We learned all about the Komodo dragon.
Did you not take any video?
I didn't. You took up and down video, but I don't have.
Why didn't you take any video of the Komodo dragon?
We can talk about it, and I will add it after in post. So go ahead and talk about the Komodo dragon.
Oh, you do have video.
Have the up and down. I'll add it in post.
The Komodo dragon was like, we never see it off the rock, so it was,
it moved a lot.
It was moving a lot,
running almost.
Yeah, so that and we were told I guess it was because it wanted to go back. At the end of the day, it's sort of like if you're on the Kilimanjaro safaris and those giraffes are standing next to the gate and they want to go back. Well, the Komodo dragon also wants to go
Yeah, I
back.
think it's paces. He's anxious to
ready,
get out of there.
or she.
Whatever their
whatever,
gender is.
whichever they are, waiting to go back. And then we also saw one tiger.
Mm-hmm.
There aren't as many tigers. When they first opened, there was 1 million bats.
Well, I think it was time for the tigers to go away too. It was the end of the day, so I think that one tiger was waiting to go backstage. That's what one of the handlers was telling me.
But I'm not sure how many tigers are there now. Like when Disney's Animal Kingdom first opened, they had a lot of tigers and a ton of bats. And now you don't really see so many bats anymore either. So it's just like that Jungle Trek. You don't see as many animals on it as you once did.
I would recommend that show on Disney Plus, though. The
Magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom.
And we still have 2 episodes. We'll probably watch some more tonight. It's really a great show, although it doesn't. I'll have to warn you, it does not always have a happy ending.
No, and I did interview Dr. Jeff. And so you can, and I did ask him a little bit about that.
We saw him last night in one of the shows.
We did, but if you go to Mouse Steps, I do have an interview with Dr. Jeff about the making of Disney's Animal Kingdom, not in a video form, I did a written form.
And also this week we were able to secure our annual pass holder preview day for Tron. So it's I'm so excited to finally ride Tron, and we're riding it on March 4th. Early, so we've waited a long time, many years, and it seems like so many of our friends have ridden because there's been a cast member, family, and friend going on. So I can't wait to finally ride it ourselves.
I'm looking forward to it, but first, the Flower and Garden Festival
yes,
starts.
That's right. That is right. And again, I can't wait. We still have a little bit of preview. Flower and Garden Festival is over a week away. So I know this is one of the most exciting times for you.
It is.
And there'll be some new topiaries. I believe Maribel, for the first time ever, is going to be a topiary.
Well, the Encanto. It's going to be like an Encanto group, I believe.
Not just Maribel.
No, not
all
just
of
Maribel.
Encanto.
I don't know. I don't want to say all of Encanto,
but it's
yes,
the whole nice.
It's a group, and
nice.
Then also Princess Tiana, and I believe she'll be in the American Adventure Pavilion.
Excellent. So a lot to look forward to with that, and we want to say, and again, that is another show, quick show this week. We want to thank our sponsor, MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel.
That's another show, yes, and thank you to MEI. Check them out. They will try to find you the best price for your trip, and also once you're booked, they can help you with, like, if you need dining advice and
Well, true experts, especially in the cruise
experts.
and cruises, not just Disney too, all kinds of different cruise
Virgin
lines.
Voyages,
Yes.
and Royal
I
Caribbean.
am so jealous. We need to do some of those other cruises ourselves one of these days.
We're so busy with Paris and this year Disneyland and everything too.
It's been a lot of fun, a lot of excitement, and a lot more to come this year.
Yep.
So this week again, we have more to look forward to.
Flower and
Garden, and
Mardi
I think
Gras.
Mardi Gras coming up, Fat Tuesday, and we're going to be heading over to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Finally, I know there's a bunch of new characters. I can't believe we've not seen them yet. You did see a tiny bit of it, but I'm looking forward to seeing that all the fun characters there.
And that's really, for me, I wanted to get there this past week, but to Park Hop, I try to get to Epcot super early, and especially on Monday through Friday, like you want to leave super early to
get there for rope drop.
Well, not only that, but to try not to get hit with rush hour, because now it takes forever to get there if you end up in rush hour.
That's true.
So then it's like, let's say I'm done by 10 or 11, and then you can't even go to Disney's Hollywood Studios till 2 p.m.
And then you have rush hour coming home. So that's the one bad thing about the park hopping. And I'm hoping, at least in California, they've done it. They changed it to 11 o'clock. If they changed it to 11, that would solve everything.
But in Paris, there's no
this
rules.
Isn't Paris. This is Paris. No rules. Our good friend Matthias would agree to that.
But it's really hard to park hop for us unless it's a weekend. It's a lot easier on a weekend. But you show up at a park at 8. For 6 hours, you can't go to another one.
Especially if there's not a lot change. If you're mainly going there to look for topiaries, and you're done in an hour, now that's a lot of Epcot to spend waiting to go to 2 o'clock to another park.
And I generally, won't. So tomorrow maybe I'll go to Disney Springs and have lunch or something, and then head over to the studios for a little bit, because Saturdays and Sundays you don't have to worry about the rush hour part.
And it's a big day for me. I will be at the Daytona 500 again. I first started going in 1986. So I've been going a long time. Not
That's-
every single year, but most years.
That's a long time.
So thanks again for listening. Have a great week, and we'll see you all next week.
Have a great week.